Hi dear friends, welcome to our IT class. So today we will learn the first year Java review. Already we discussed this review class uh, previously, that is the OOPS concept and programming languages. Before going to start, let us do our Brahmanath. Savdan, Siddha, Brahmanath. Om. Om Shanti 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 Susta. So just revise the last class. What is programming language? Now already we discussed about Java is a programming language and which is a high level language. In the last class we started about what is a language, why it is needed, and what is programming language. Now what are the types of programming language? So there are three types of programming language that is today required for the computer. First of all, the computer understandable language called as low level language. After that, which was very difficult to the human being, they assembled as assembly language. And to make more easier, the most of the today's world, they required high level language which is almost similar to our English language. And how this particular high level language is translates to the computer language, they are used by two basic types of translators. They are called as compiler as interpreter, which already we discussed. So this compiler and interpreter, today most of the high level language like C, C++, Visual Basic and Java, they are using compiler rather than interpreter, but Java uses both the translator side by side, that is compiler as well as interpreter. Now today we will discuss about what is Java. Now Java is one type of high level language. It was originally named as Oak. This Oak name was a name of the tree that was discovered and developed by one person called as James Gosling. Very importantly, the Java language was developed by James Gosling in 1991 and it was taken over by the company and licensed by the company, that is Sun Microsystem. And what are the features of this Java, or you can call it as what are the advantages of Java, why this Java is getting more popular and popular today? Because of the following features. One of the most important feature that it adopt OOPS concept, that is object oriented programming system or object oriented programming concept. And already we discussed in the last class that is what are the various concepts like object, class, abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation, message passing, etc. So that is why the most important feature of Java is object oriented programming. Secondly, it is very simple. Why it is very simple? Almost its syntax or words written in general English language, and whereas all the people they are acquainted with English language. That is why to read and to develop or write the program is easier who knows English. And this particular Java language, any programmer, the learner or enterprise programmer, so any type of programmer, they easily accept this type of language. That is why uh, the second measurement of the popularity of Java language, it makes easier to the programmer. Next one is, it is platform independent. Means you see some of the high level languages, they does not support to the different kinds of environment. They require different versions, they require different operating systems, they require different motherboard or processors, so they are dependable to them. But here Java is independent out of them, because it can easily operated on any type of operating system. That may be Windows, any kind of Windows, Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 10, even the multi-user operating system like Linux, Sun Solaris. So any type of operating system it can easily install. So you can work with independently. No other or supported softwares are required for Java to be operated. Now another kind of advantage is it is more secure, because it has a special feature as compared to the C, C++ and other high level language, because they written in as a source code. Ultimately that will be translated to the machine language, that is called object code directly. So there is some insecurities there, because anybody can hack the codes or anybody can modify easily. But Java will take additional features like bytecode. That means whatever the source code or programs you are writing, that is not directly converted to the object code or machine language. First of all, the source code will be converted to the bytecode. That means it will coded with some encryption and decryption, like that already we discussed in cryptography. So it will modify the program. Thereafter it will convert it to the binary language. If anybody can hack, they can hack the bytecode, which cannot be understood to the third party. Next feature is, it is providing a neutral architecture. Neutral architecture means it's whatever the environment that you are giving, that is called IDE, NetBeans IDE, integrated development environment. No doubt C, C++ does not have any integrated development environment. They have to connect or coordinate after the development of the program. But like Visual Basic or Python or some other high level languages which follows IDE, so they are not neutral architecture. Means it has two things, its own environment, that is called Java runtime environment, or we call it JRE, Java runtime environment. When they gets outputs or runs, they will put under another environment, and its compiler will develop with its own, that is called Java compiler. They does not need any such type of other. That is why it is called as independent platform. So because they have their own type of environment or windows or tools, that is why it provides almost all the environments with an integrated manner. Next one is, it is more portable. Portable means flexibility. Why? Because it actually 80 to 90% of the code that is derived from C language, that is ANSI, American National Standard of Institute. They developed C language. So according to that particular C language, which is not to know a new things about the programming language, those who are acquainted, because C is the one foundation language of any software development or system software development, because it is also sometimes we called as high level with the middle level language, because C language is called as core language for other types of language. That is why Java follows its written programs, that is ANSI C language, and its boundary also with a POSIX subsets. That means every block buildings or subsets or class they are using with a its boundary limit by making a line or by making a window, small windows. That is called POSIX subsets. Next one is its feature is a robustic feature. Robustic means strong feature. Means Java makes error free programs by using, that is why I told you Java uses both the translators, both compiler and interpreter. If any small error occurs, immediately it displays the errors to the programmer, and the programmer at certainly at that particular point they can recover it. Next one is it is multi-threaded, means number of small programs or big programs they are integratedly connected with any type of sub-processing or sub-tasking that will do by, that is why any program you are doing, that is called simultaneously, that is one type of called as multitasking. So any type of development, whether you want to develop a web application, Java is suitable. If you want to develop a one app or mobile software or PC software or laptop software, any type of software today, so most of the applications or software that was developed by Java. And because this can be interpreted to any type of software, to any type of software, so Java is a act as a interpreter, or interpreter means mediator. So it will act as a mediator because it has the strongest features like rapid application development. And with the rapid application development, any program that can run on the window very quickly, and you can call it as almost the programs can run very fastly. So that is the rapid application development. And because the softwares are developed by day or new features are incoming, so it allows that you can modify, you can manipulate at any point of time. So that is why Java is also called as a dynamic language, as compared to your C++. C++ are not the dynamic language. So once you are developing the C or C++, the modification or manipulation sometimes supports, not supports, or you have to develop same software or app again and again. So it will take lot of times. But in the Java language, if you are developed, so it provides the update. So any point of time you can change its not only the front design, also its coding, also its output area, any type you can modify it. So that is why Java is a dynamic language. So these are the most important features that why Java today is popular. Let us go through some of the important components of Java. We can say that is it uses the character set as other languages are using. But what is a character set? Character set means combination of different characters, or as other high level language they are combination, or programs they are considered the combination of different types of characters like alphabets, digits, special characters or symbols, even space. So it also use those set of characters. But what is the difference? That it uses Unicode character set. Unicode character set means unlike, because ASCII has a limitation that it can be used a byte with a 7 bits or 8 bits, but this Unicode is used with 16 bits, that means double, 8 to double, that is 16 bits. How much? So that is why this particular character set will use in the program, in the rapid application development, it will help. And it is not limited to 256 character as C++ has using ASCII, but it uses 65,000 unique characters. How much characters? 65,000 characters. Then types of characters if you will follow, that means that is called alphabets. Alphabets, it uses two types of alphabets, that is capital A to Z or small a to Z. Not only that, it uses the universal digits like 0 to 9, 0, 1 to 9. Even all the characters that we can find out in the keyboard that will be used as special characters like underscore, parenthesis, braces, brackets, backslash, front slash, middle slash, less than, greater than, etc. Even not only that general white space or general space, also tab space, even new line space. So these are called as character sets. Now it uses one very important concept called token. General meaning, a token is nothing but it is a smallest element of anything. Similarly, Java allows it is a smallest element in a program and which has a some meaning, So different kinds of tokens we can use it. So what are they? They can be identified, they can be keywords, they can be constants, they can be punctuators or separators or operators. One by one we will discuss here. One is, first of all we will see what is called keywords. Generally these are the English words. Keywords means important words, or in our meaning or computer meaning we can call as, these are also known as reserved words. What called as? Reserved. These words are definitely have some meaning, and these words meaning cannot be changed at all, and these are reserved in the Java program. For example, there are 50 keywords, 50 keywords used by Java if you will calculate all these things, and they are categorized in a primitive type or void, modifiers, declarations, control flow statements words, or some miscellaneous or other. So these are used or predefined functions. Again I am repeating, these words are also called as reserved words, or we can call it as predefined functions. So these are the you can call it as particular words which is most meaningful to the program. Next, coming to the what do you mean by identifiers. Now you see here, first of all we will see what are the identifiers. I can zoom it here, you can watch, that is called here some right sticks are there. So main, strings, args, they are called as method names, and at the first statement class test was underlined, and that is called as class name. Suppose if you are coming to another, that is called as x underlined, that is called variable name or constant name, because x variable is fixed by 10, so that variable becomes constant. So you can watch here this particular program. Now what is identifier? It is simply a name. Identifier means simply name of a block of statements. So if you provided a class name, they have the all the statements inside that particular class name. Suppose you are providing a method name int x is equal to 10 that included in a particular block or statement. So they have a building block. That means they are helping to the building means developing blocks, and they may be a class name or object name or interface name or method name or variable name. So for example, suppose you are giving a name called a student name, class as a student. So student, that is class student, or you are giving as a object name, that means student roll number, marks, etc. You can use within the class, that is called student name. Some invalid identifier you cannot give this, like 12xy, you cannot give as the name. Roll space no, you cannot give those names. Students void, you void is a reserved word. This you cannot use as a identifier name. But they have certain kind of rules to define a Java identifier. Identifier can contain alphabets, digits, underscore or dollar sign. These four. First rule is they should have in पूरा total name ना भितर पूरा जदि देखा ताले alphabets रही परिवो, digits रही number रही परिवो, underscore व्यवहार कर परिवो, आउ dollar symbol, आउ को symbol नु. So you cannot use these four. You cannot use any other rather than these four. Second rule tells they must not begin with a digit. You see invalid 12xy, it was begin with 1, that is why it is invalid. So you cannot with a digit. You can start with underscore dollar symbol, you can use with alphabets. You cannot use either uppercase as well as lowercase differently. Suppose you are starting with a class name TEST, T is capital, E small, S. So in the same program you cannot use as a small t est, or that identifier name, if it is capital, capital, it is small. So very case sensitive, that is Java is a very case sensitive language. Next one is you cannot use the keywords. What are the 50 words that are reserved that you cannot use as identifier, because the meaning will be same. That is why the out of these 50 words you can use any other names as identifier. Even you cannot use boolean literals or constant, which are constant like pi constant, epsilon constant. So if there are some constant names you cannot use it. Even you cannot use null character means, so you cannot use as a character as a null. Null means empty. You cannot use empty. Okay, at least one character should be there. And identifier should be meaningful. Meaningful means readable. For example, test, you can understand. If I will give you K, Y, Z, I, K, maybe it not violating the rules of the identifier, but it is not meaningful. It should be short length. If you are providing a lengthy name, then it will be complex. Any short, that will be more meaningful. So this is about your called as identifiers. Coming to the literals. Literals in mathematically we are called as constants. Literals are those data items, because constant or literal, if the data item or value that does not change during the program execution. If entire program that we are using that x is equal to 10 or pi is equal to 3.141, then it will be constant for that program. That cannot be changed. So there are different types. You can use with the integer literal, so decimal 0 to 9, octal 0 to 7, or hexadecimal 0 to 9, capital A is 11, capital A is 10, capital B is 11, like capital F up to 15, means 0 to 15 is 16 numbers. That is why called as hexadecimal numbers. You can fix it. Or floating point literals, you can use with our real numbers in mathematics. So that we can use 4.13179, or you can use with minus symbol 0 minus 0.0001, or you can use with exponent numbers like 6.5 e plus 32. Next one, that is called character literal. Character means single character that may be included with single quotation mark. So it will treated as a single character as X. Even 1 is a character, here not number. This will 1 will be character. If you are adding the character, that is 1 plus 1, it becomes 1 1, not you can call as 2. So if you are using single quotation, then it will becomes your that digit or any symbol, whatever that may be. If you are using with a single quotation, that becomes character. So that you can fix as a constant. String literal, any word, any sentence, if you are using with a double quotation mark, that becomes your string. String means combination of number of characters. Again I am telling, string means it is the combination of number of characters. And finally you can use with boolean as a true or false value as a constant, either true as a constant or false as a constant throughout the program. Now coming to the punctuators or separators. Why this is important? Punctuator means joining, separator means separating. So there is one symbol called as dot. Dot here you can use with a punctuator, or you can use comma as a punctuator, or semicolon use at a punctuator, or brackets you can use with a punctuator, braces, parentheses. Generally what we are using in English language. In a sentence you are using comma, 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 after that full stop. That means the total sentence, how many commas there are, the separators or punctuators. Okay. Similarly you can use with the comma, or whenever you need to, one paragraph contains number of sentences, use with full stops. Same thing you can use with full stop. This full stop in our Java called as period. And we are using three types of brackets, that is called moon bracket. In Java we are called as parenthesis, and curly brackets that can be called as braces, not brackets, braces, and square brackets we are used as a brackets, and semicolon used as a separated for the each statement. So these are some of the punctuators we can use in the Java program statements. And coming to the final type of your token called as operator. That, what do you mean by operator? A operator may be a symbol or word, or a letter also. Symbol, word or letter. Then in an expression, for example in a mathematical expression, if I will say x is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. So we can write in a program in a x is equal to a star a within bracket or a parenthesis plus b star b or plus 2 star a star b. So here I am given a minus b whole square, x is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. Here two things we can find out. Is equal to star plus minus, they are the operators because they are symbols. We can use with some words logical operator, and, or, XOR, not. So these kinds of words we can also use. Now letters that x, a, b, digits also 2, 3 something. So in the expression what we have been used, that the symbols that is called equal, so which operates or which process to which data items, to which data, where which one is data item? A is the data item, B is the data item, 2 is the data item. So these data items are called as operands. what we call as operand. Operands are the data item or values. They may be variables or they may be constants. And plus, minus, multiplication, division, and or XOR, these are the operators. So different types of operator. They are categorized: arithmetic operator, unary operator, assignment operator, relational operator, logical operator, ternary operator, bitwise operator, or even shift operator. So it will take 2 or 3 classes to discuss about this operator, is a bigger one. So we will discuss, we have next class we can discuss about the detail of the operator and with a program. Thank you. But we will revise again for this class what we actually did again, so that we can find out from the starting the Java class. Java, it has different characters, just revise. It is object oriented language. Its platform is independent, not dependent. It is very simple to learn and use by any programmer. It is secure because it translates by through bytecode, source code to bytecode to object code. Its architecture is very neutral because everything they can be in an integrated manner, or centrally it can execute by the JRE, Java Runtime Environment, and its own compiler called as Java compiler. And its portable nature, because as if you learn with C language is portable, similar Java is more portable, flexible, and it is very strong architecture because it has two things: the translator, compiler, interpreter, multi-threaded, multitasking, interpreted as a mediator, dynamic means anytime you can update or modify, it is very easy through Java. There we have seen some character set like alphabets, digits, special characters, and white space. And we have tokens, different tokens, that is keywords, 50 keywords, reserved keywords, we can use it. Identifiers, variable name, method name, or object name, or class name. They have some special meaning to that building block of program. Literals or constants we can use as a 5 types: integer constant, floating point constant, character constant, string constant, or boolean constant. Punctuators we can use it with 3 types of braces: parenthesis, braces, and brackets. As we are using semicolon, comma, or dot, it is called period. Okay. And the operators, different types of operator we will see on the next class onwards, that is arithmetic, unary, assignment, relational, logical, ternary, bitwise, and shift operator. So we'll conclude today's class. Thank you.